this hour. Thanks for your time. If we look at the impact that this is having on the economy, I mean, how would you describe the scale of the economic fallout from this crisis, and which sectors have been hit particularly bad?
Yes, since June, we are facing a multidimensional crisis that's now well beyond diplomacy. Cambodia imports over 3.8 billion in goods from Thailand every year, and more than that is, and 30% of that is fuel. Since the full border closure in June, the disruption to trade has been sharp and almost immediate. Essential goods, raw materials, auto parts, and food inputs are either delayed or rerouted as a much higher cost. We talk about almost 20% more. Tourism is in free fall. Thai nationals made up almost 30% of all arrivals early this year until May. Since June, arrivals have collapsed by more than 80%. Travel agencies have stopped selling Cambodia in Thailand, and we've told that online search interest for Cambodia has dropped by almost 30% across all major markets. In Siem Reap, booking cancellation are surging. In Phuket, the city at the border, the casinos are empty. Fuel prices are rising. Factories are cutting shifts. And informal traders, especially women and migrant workers, are being hit hardest.
Right.
What we are seeing here is really serious.
So would you say that supply chains? Would you say that these supply chains are adapting at all, or are they breaking down entirely?
No, they are currently they are adapting. So goods are rerouted through Laos, through the sea. We are switching market resource from Vietnam, from Singapore, from Malaysia. So we are finding solutions, but it has a cost.
Some suggesting that this is a religious or cultural clash, with some of the public narrative centering around temple zones, as I'm sure you're aware. How do you see this conflict? Is it fundamentally religious, or what would you say is at the core of it?
No, it's not. It's not at its core. I think while some historical references have been used, including temples and ancient defeats, this isn't a religion dispute. It's about sovereignty, power, and narrative. I think references to sacred sites or the fall of Long Vec aren't meant to clarify. They are meant to inflame. So the danger is that this kind of emotional framing from a powerful politician in Thailand distract from what's really at stake, which is people, trade, tourism, jobs, and peace.
So who can step in and play a mediation role? I mean, is it organizations like ASEAN or others? And to you, what would a credible de-escalation process look like in your view?
Well, the first things Cambodia has done when the dispute really take a more physical approach was to escalate the issue to the International Court of Justice to settle once for all the border issue between the two countries. That's what Cambodia has done, and unfortunately, Thailand did not follow. They are insisting on having this dispute resolved bilaterally, which they have tried since 2000 and failed. So the International Court of Justice is something that Cambodia is pursuing. Hopefully, Thailand will join us soon. Then, of course, regionally, ASEAN has a role to play, right? I think ASEAN was set up for this, and for all actors to choose, a truth over theater and restraint over rhetoric. ASEAN has a really role to play. China also has a voice there. Have proposed to come in and help in July 11 try to be a mediator between the two countries.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of sort of the domestic interests and who benefits from this, can you just speak on that a little bit and tell us, in your view, if you believe that anyone domestically from either side benefits from this instability?
No, it's hard to see any benefit in a war. There's nothing here when the escalation is rooted, and what we are seeing yesterday, what we've seen yesterday, and what we are seeing today is rooted on the claim that some mines have exploded on the disputed area, which doesn't make sense. As I explained earlier, Cambodia has chosen the legal path for clarity to have an impartial mediator, the International Court of Justice. There is no foundation for Thailand to say that Cambodia have laid down those new mines, and that's why it's hard to make sense of it all. So who benefits from this escalation? Well, And I've seen in some of your reports, there's some tension within the political party in Thailand. So let's look at who's benefiting in the near future, but I hope not to wait too long.
Okay.
Here in Cambodia, there's no benefit at all.
Okay, thank you so much, Arnaud Dark. You're a Southeast Asia regional analyst speaking to us from Cambodia. Thank you.
In international media. As the spokesperson for the Ministry of National Defense, I would like to provide an update on the aggressive Thai actions against Cambodian territory, which began attacking Cambodia on July 24th. Today marks the second day of Thailand's invasion. This morning, I want to inform you about the current situation of the invasion of Cambodia's sovereign territory. On the morning of July 25th, starting at 3:20 a.m., the attacks and activities have continued until now. The Thai side has used heavy weapons, and the situation has grown increasingly severe with the use of cluster bombs and drones to drop explosives in several locations within Cambodia's sovereign territory, including Panam Trop, Tathov, Panam, Komach of Parsni at an SS Mumbai, Tamon Tom, and Takrabai. We have noted that Thailand's use of increasingly heavy weapons and the deployment of more troops to encroach on Cambodian territory is a clear violation of the United Nations Charter, ASEAN principles, and fundamental international laws. These irresponsible and illegal actions are escalating and causing instability in the region. Yesterday, we observed the dropping of bombs via F-16 fighter jets in the Priya Vihir temple area, causing damage to this World Heritage Site. The Ministry of Culture and Fine Arts has issued a statement condemning Thailand's armed forces for violating the 1954 Hague Convention and destroying a World Heritage Site. We invite the media to review the images we have posted, showing the destruction of this global cultural treasure. The Thai side's bombing and shelling have reached civilian areas, causing damage to some civilian infrastructure, including religious sites and populated areas. They bombed pagodas, which are holy places, and heavily populated areas. Cambodia calls on the international community to unequivocally and firmly condemn Thailand's illegal actions and hold Thailand fully accountable for its blatant violations. Cambodia demands that Thailand immediately cease its hostile actions and withdraw its forces from Cambodian territory, which are escalating regional tensions. Cambodia reaffirms its stance on self-defense, focusing on military targets and not civilian areas. The Royal Government of Cambodia, its armed forces, and its people stand united in defending the nation's sovereignty and dignity at all costs.
And Fine Arts has issued an urgent statement condemning the continued and intensified shelling of the Priya Vihir temple by Thai armed forces, calling the attacks a direct assault on Cambodia's sovereignty and a violation of international laws protecting cultural heritage. In the strongly worded July 27th statement, the ministry accused Thailand of endangering not only the structural integrity of the ancient temple, inscribed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008, but also the shared cultural heritage of humanity. According to the ministry, large portions of the temple and its surrounding sacred landscape have suffered grave and unprecedented damage. These renewed acts of aggression have placed the temple in grave and unprecedented danger, the ministry said, adding that the destruction has undermined a symbol of Cambodia's national identity, historical continuity, and spiritual heritage. The ministry asserted that the attacks constitute blatant violations of several international instruments, including the 1954 Hague Convention for the Protection of Cultural Property in the Event of Armed Conflict, the 1999 Second Protocol, the 1972 UNESCO World Heritage Convention, and the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court, ICC, under which intentional destruction of cultural heritage may be prosecuted as a war crime. It also noted Thailand's obligations as a state party to the International Coordinating Committee for the Conservation and Enhancement of the Temple of Priya Vihir, as established by a UNESCO decision in 2014. The ministry called on Thailand to immediately halt all military operations targeting Priya Vihir Temple and its designated protected zones, and to fully comply with its legal obligations under the aforementioned treaties. In its appeal to the international community, the ministry urged UNESCO, the UN, and relevant cultural and human rights organizations to demand an immediate ceasefire and respect for Cambodia's sovereignty, publicly condemn Thailand's continued aggression, pursue diplomatic and legal measures to hold those responsible accountable, deploy international observers to assess the damage and aid in site protection. The ministry affirmed it is meticulously documenting all instances of destruction and is prepared to pursue legal action through the ICC and other international legal forums to seek justice and reparations. The Kingdom of Cambodia remains steadfast in its commitment to defending its cultural heritage and upholding the principles of peace, justice, and international law, the statement concluded. Priya Vihir Temple, located atop a 525-meter cliff in the Dangrek Mountains, has long been a source of diplomatic tension between Cambodia and Thailand. This latest escalation marks a serious deterioration in bilateral relations and raises alarm over the protection of irreplaceable cultural landmarks amid armed conflict.
The world is strongly condemning Thailand for dropping bombs on Preah Vihear Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The world is strongly condemning Thailand for dropping bombs on Preah Vihear Temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Cambodia condemned Thailand's aggression and their unprovoked attacks on Cambodian positions, describing them as a serious violation of international law. In a lunchtime statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation informed the international community and general public that early this morning, July 24th, Thai armed forces launched unprovoked, premeditated and deliberate attacks on Cambodian positions along the border areas. Those areas included Ta Mon Tom Temple, Ta Krabi Temple and Mom Bay, in the provinces of Preah Vihear and Oddar Meanchey. It said this act of aggression constitutes a blatant and serious violation of international law, including the fundamental principles enshrined in the UN Charter and the ASEAN Charter, which prohibit the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity and political independence of any state. The royal government of Cambodia condemns in the strongest possible terms this reckless and hostile act by Thailand. Such unprovoked military aggression not only endangers peace and stability along our shared border, but also demonstrates utter disregard for regional norms and international legal obligations. Cambodia calls on Thailand to immediately cease all hostilities, withdraw its forces to its side of the border and refrain from any further provocative actions that could escalate the situation, it said. The ministry said Cambodia reaffirms its unwavering commitment to peace, dialogue and the peaceful resolution of disputes. However, Cambodia also reserves its inherent right to self-defense, as recognized under Article 51 of the UN Charter, and will take all necessary measures to protect its sovereignty, territorial integrity and the safety of its people, it concluded.
I don't wanna say goodbye, cause this one means forever. I don't wanna say goodbye, cause
So this video, you're seeing all the displaced Cambodian people because of the war between Cambodian and Thailand. There's so many thousand of them. It started with 30,000, but as of today, it's gone up to 200,000. And I will show you that video later on. So there's so many displaced Cambodians and Thai people along the border, which is very devastating. And as you can see in this picture here, these are the displaced Cambodians who are trying to get shelter. So because of the war, it turned out that many Cambodians and Thais were killed on the battlefield and on each other's land because of the cluster bombings and because of the poison smokes that Thai has put it on Cambodian land. So we are very sad that many innocent people died during this war. And I also would like to show you, if anybody wants to donate, here is the information that you can reach out and donate, give your donation. This one is to Yaim One Night, and the number is 475-449-3698. Or you can reach out to Mr. Sapon Larry. His number is 978-849-4456. Mr. Lee Hain, 401-3019-448. And below is the number of people who have already donated to help people at the front line. Also, the former MP, former Congressman Mr. Som An, has sent $1,000 through another group called Say Ha Thai. So everybody, if you would want to donate, please contact the number again. Here's the number. So if you have your phone number, take a screenshot right there. Contact Mr. Lee Heng, Mr. Sapon Larry, and Yaim Van Night, who will take your donation directly to the front line of the battlefield in Cambodia. And because of that result, we have so many Cambodian Americans, Cambodian, Australian, Cambodian, Canadians have done the peaceful rallies everywhere around the world. And I have more of, as you can see in here, this one is happening in South Korea. So all of these rallies, there's only one goal, is to condemn Thailand for bombing Cambodia first. So I want to show you more. And this one is happening in Cambodia. And there were so many civilians walking on the street. F-16s that they bought from America for using poison fumes, poison smoke to kill innocent people. And both Cambodians and Thais people, innocent people, were either killed or injured. So there's so many of them right now. And as you can see, there are so many thousands of people were marching on the street on yesterday, Sunday, the 27th of July, condemning Thailand for bombing Cambodia first, or for invading Cambodia. So let me show you some more. So as you can see, today is the 28th. We also have another information about the rally. This one will be held on August the 3rd, which is next Sunday. As you can see, at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And it will be at the Monument of Mort near Garden of Trocadero. And the address is 62 PL de Trocadero, AD 11. And that will be in November City, 75116 in Paris. And as you can see, it is in French language, in Khmer language. So everybody, please attend the rally. And that will be in Paris, France. Also, we have another rally, which is the day before this one, Saturday, August the 2nd. It will be held in Washington, D.C. to let the Thai embassy know that we are against their invasion 100%, and we are asking them to stop invading Cambodia. And this is Princess Norodom Jenna, our beloved daughter. She's also Thailand for bombing Cambodia first, and she's encouraging the Cambodian soldiers at the front line to be patient, because we're now trying to find peace for both people, Cambodia and Thailand.
And women have given their blood, their lives, and every single thing to protect our land and nation. Cambodia is a small country, but our commitment to peace is absolute. Why? It's because our past holds terrible suffering. The genocide that took so many loved ones, the wars that shattered our homes. We are still rebuilding in education, economy, healthcare, and so much more. This pain has taught us a truth we can never forget. We do not want war. We only want peace. We gain nothing from this fighting. Not land, not power, only grief. Widows, orphan children, destroyed homes, lost futures. Our people suffer wounds, and we know too well. To everyone watching and the global community, look beyond the headlines. Please don't be swayed by anger or misinformation. Seek the truth and ask yourselves, is war ever worth it? 我是诺鲁多真娜，万千柬埔寨公民中的一员。像很多人一样，我的心里永远关注着和平这个词。柬埔寨虽是一个小国，但我们深知战争的代价。我们曾经因战争失去过太多，失去生命，失去亲人，以及那些无法重来的时光。我想说，战争从不会带来真正的胜利，它只会带来共同的伤痛。战争伤害的从不止一个人、某一方或某一个国家，它让参战的士兵倒下，让完整的家庭变得残缺，让每一个人原本平静的生活变得动荡。在这里，我愿与我的国家站在一起，我们呼吁和平尽早到来。我真挚希望善意大过愤怒，希望在没有父母因战争而与孩子告别。Je m'appelle Norodom Jena, je suis cambodgienne. J'éprouve à la fois un profond respect et une grande tristesse pour le courage extraordinaire de nos soldats. Ces hommes et femmes courageux ont donné leur sang, leur vie et tout ce qu'ils ont pour protéger notre terre et notre nation. Le Cambodge est un petit pays, mais notre engagement en faveur de la paix est absolu. Pourquoi? Parce que notre passé est marqué par de terribles souffrances. Le génocide qui a emporté tant d'êtres chers, les guerres qui ont détruit tant de foyers. Nos souffrances nous ont appris une vérité que nous ne pouvons jamais oublier. Nous ne voulons pas la guerre, nous voulons seulement la paix. Nous ne tirons aucun avantage de ce conflit, ni terre, ni pouvoir, seulement de la douleur. Des veuves, des orphelins, des foyers détruits, des avenirs perdus. Notre peuple souffre à nouveau des blessures que nous connaissons déjà trop bien. À toutes celles et à tous ceux qui nous écoutent, et à la communauté internationale, regardez au-delà des gros titres. Ne vous laissez pas emporter par la colère ou tromper par la désinformation. Rechargez la vérité et posez-vous ces questions. La guerre vaut-elle vraiment la peine d'être menée?
The clashes follow a dispute over a border area both countries claim as their own. A call for peace from Melbourne's Cambodian community as border clashes continue with Thailand. More than 30 people have been killed and 200,000 civilians displaced since hostilities began 4 days ago. The clashes follow a dispute over a border area both countries claim as their own. A call for peace from Melbourne's Cambodian community as border clashes continue with Thailand. More than 30 people have been killed and 200,000 civilians displaced since hostilities began 4 days ago. The clashes follow a dispute over a border area both countries claim as their own. A call for peace from Melbourne's Cambodian community as border clashes continue with Thailand. More than 30 people have
informal meeting of regional commanders.
So this is the Thai, Cambodian, and Malaysian Prime Minister during the press conference for the peace talks and ceasefire. So let's take a listen. Unfortunately, the audio system is not very loud enough, but halfway through, you will hear it properly. You can also look at the subtitle.
Both sides are agreeable. And 3, to convene a meeting of the General Border Committee, GBC, on 4th August 2025 to be hosted by Cambodia. As the current chair of ASEAN, Malaysia stands ready to coordinate and observe a team to verify and ensure its implementation. Malaysia will also consult with fellow ASEAN member states to participate in the observation effort, reflecting a regional commitment to supporting peace on the ground. Both sides also agreed to resume direct communications between both prime ministers, foreign ministers, and defense ministers. The foreign ministers and defense ministers of Malaysia, Cambodia, and Thailand have been instructed to develop a detailed mechanism for the implementation, verification, and reporting of the ceasefire. This mechanism will serve as a foundation for sustained peace and accountability. The meeting reaffirms the shared resolve of Malaysia, Cambodia, and Thailand to uphold the principles of international law, peaceful coexistence, and multilateral cooperation in the pursuit of a just and lasting resolution to the situation. Thank you. May I invite now Prime Minister Tun Mahathir.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Excellencies, Prime Minister of Malaysia, and rotating chair of ASEAN, Prime Ministers acting, Prime Minister Umchai Thailand. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very good meeting and very good results that hope to stop immediately the fighting that have caused many life loss and injuries and also caused a lot of displacement of people. We have about a total of 300,000 both of refugees, 140,000 on Cambodian side, 160,000 on Thai side. We hope that the solutions that Prime Minister Anwar just announced will set a condition for moving forward for our bilateral discussion to return to normalcies of the relationship and as a foundation for future de-escalation of forces. In this sense, I'd like to express my thanks to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim of Malaysia for hosting this urgent and timely meeting, as well as his effort and personal initiative to mediate an immediate ceasefire between Cambodia and Thailand on 24 July 2025. I also extended my deep appreciation to President Donald Trump for his decisive mediation on 26 July 2025. Cambodia values the effort of the United States and thanks its government for organizing this crucial meeting in support of peace. I wish also to thank the government of China for Republic of China and for effort and also participating in this process in order to achieve the outcome, the positive outcome that we have today. I also thank you, Prime Minister Phum Tham, for his positive role in constructive dialogue that we had today, that leading to the agreement, which will lead to the stop of fighting immediately starting from tonight and open ways for our engagement between military to military from tomorrow morning, starting with the regional commanders meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning. And also there's a possibilities of engagement after with the representative from the ASEAN's attaché led by our ASEAN chairs country, Malaysia, with the approval of both sides after our meeting. And also we will have the GBC meeting led by the Ministers of Defense, which will set a good platform for more discussion to return to normalcies. So I have once again appreciate the outcome, and we hope that, and I confidently believe that the result that we have today will provide a lot of opportunities for hundreds of thousands of people on both sides to return to normalcy and the stop of fighting between our two countries, and a time to start rebuilding trust and confidence and cooperation going forward between Cambodia and Thailand. And thank you again, Prime Minister Anwar. Thank you.
Prime Minister Phum Tham has been here and very supportive. So I invite you, Phum Tham Vichayachai, to then say a few words.
I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Prime Minister Anwar, the government of China, and President Trump for your good view and concern. Today's outcome reflects Thailand's desire for peaceful dissolution, while continuing to protect our sovereignty and the life of our people. We agree to a ceasefire with assurance myself that it will be carried out successfully in good faith by both sides. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, for the statement. I wish to invite Excellencies, the Prime Ministers, for a group photo session. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to count in 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much, Excellencies. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of our joint press conference. Once again, we would like to express our gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia, the Prime Minister of Cambodia, and the Acting Prime Minister of Thailand, and to all distinguished guests.
Well, the press conference started today, and the ceasefires is supposed to be done by the 12 o'clock midnight today, which is the 28th of July, 2025. And we're going to find out whether or not both prime ministers, the Prime Ministers Hun Manet and the Prime Minister Chayachai of Thailand, will commit to this peace talk here, which was done by Mr. Anwar Ibrahim, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, and also the President of ASEAN countries at the moment. I just hope that it's going to come true. What do you think about that?
That's everyone's hope, Nekru. It's that the ceasefire has ended and people can restore peace and livelihood. But we'll just have to see, because everyone have doubt from both prime ministers' commitment to stay true to the agreement.
Yes, as of right now, the Cambodian government spokesperson has already said that there are more than 200,000 displaced Cambodians along the border, which are now very suffering, have no home, have no food, no shelters. The Cambodian government is trying their best to help those displaced Cambodians. And I believe it's the same with Thailand. There's so many displaced people, innocent people. So I just hope that both prime ministers hold on to their commitment for ceasefires and peace talk, because there's so many innocent people, lives got killed and got suffered because of these clashes, because of this invasion of Thailand to Cambodia. And I just feel that the international people would stop selling F-16 and planes that spreading poison smoke to innocent people, because it's just unbelievable that this war clashes and kill a lot of people, Nekru.
Yeah, Nekru, but we know people want powers, and there are groups of people who can fulfill these people's dream to hold powers, and that comes with the production of the deadly weapon that we see, being used being used by Thai and Cambodia, more from Thai because they are more wealthier country and they have more money to purchase war weapon, and we see war between Russia and Ukraine and Israel.
Constructive dialogue that we had today.
Well, I think this is
will lead to the stop of fighting
would not
immediately, starting
get into
an open ways for
the
engagement between military to military
event in between Russia and Ukraine, because it has been lasting for so long now, 2 or 3 years. But I hope this war
about deadly weapon being produced and sold, Negro. It's being produced and sold because it's being demanded, and the agency who have the ability to produce will produce it for those who need it with money.
Which is so unfortunate. I mean, according to the law, F-16 should not be used to kill innocent people, Negro. And the fact that Thailand is using F-16 and smoking poison smoking, and also cluster bombs spreading on innocent people, that is 100% wrong. And I would like to condemn Thailand for using all of these weapons on innocent people, even on the military.
That's for sure, Nekru, right? Yes, right now, Thai up here, we don't make this information up, but we see it's been used by Thai on Cambodia. Numbers of deadly weapon that is illegal by the international community that is being used by Thailand on Cambodia. And not only they destroy and kill lives, but they also destroy the international heritage property, like
every year.
Yes.
And also the temple where the monk and innocent people live, which is so outrageous, Neko. Well,
and with the news that you've been sharing, there's a mention of the case, and Cambodian already filed the ICC case against Thailand already. So hopefully there will be justice served at some point. And that doesn't scare Thai, Nekru. It doesn't seem to scare Thailand. And they continue to force fire and weapon on the innocent civilians.
Well, our time is up, and I would like to end our show right here. And I just hope that Thai people or Thai government would hold on to their commitment for ceasefires and for stop invading Cambodia. As you can hear, handshakes, and all three, Prime Minister Hun Manet, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, and Acting Prime Minister Chayachai. And I sincerely hope that it's going to end very soon, this war, which is so unnecessary. And the Thai people are wanting to get the property of Khmer, which is outrageous. I mean, they are going to the war because they want to invade us, but we are joining the war because we want to protect ourselves. So, I mean, it's a big difference between invading and protecting ourselves. Anyway, our time is up. We have to say good night now. We'll see you on the same day and the same time. Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.